20 most beautiful places in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. It's hard to imagine a more magnificent landscape than the rugged peaks, hidden villages, and wind-swept plains of Pakistan. Here are 20 of the most beautiful places in Pakistan. Number 1 is Sawat Valley. Though it has had a rough past, the present and the future of the Sawat Valley are shining very bright. This stunning valley in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan is something straight out of a fairy tale. Think bright green fields and forests, picturesque villages, and river, boosting shades of blue so clear and bright you wouldn't have thought them real. The true beauty of Swat can be found around the town of Kalam, which serves as a base to explore the beauty of valley. Here are three main places you can't miss in Swat Valley. The number one is Boyun village of Swat Valley. Boyun, also known as Green Top, is a short drive or manageable uphill walk from Kalam town. When you finally reach the pinnacle, you'll be rewarded with a panorama of one of the most vast and beautiful villages I have ever seen, along with sweeping views of the valley below. Boyun is an easy day trip from Kalam. The second valley, Kundor and Sipindor lakes in Swat Valley. These alpine lakes lie 2 hours away from Kalam. These days, Kundor Lake is accessible via jeep track and is a bit more commercialized, whereas Spindor can only be reached on a 2-hour track. Whichever you choose to visit, both are absolutely counted among the most beautiful places in Pakistan. Number 3 is Ushu Forest in Swat Valley. This well-preserved forest is full of the deodar trees and a fabulous place to get lost. The road that leads into the forest continues on several villages set along the Kalam River. Hunza Valley. If you live in Pakistan or have read anything about this country, it's almost certain you have come across the name Hunza. Don't let the word valley confuse you. Though Hunza is actually a massive district made up of numerous valleys and villages, one part of the ancient Silk Road. Here are some of the most beautiful sights in Hunza. Pasu Cones. The Pasu Cathedral is a nature work of art and one of the most recognizable scenes in Pakistan. Though staying overnight in Pasu village is no longer allowed, the cones are visible from a ways away, starting from the village of Gulmit. The most iconic view of the cathedral is from the Karakoram highway, about an hour's drive from Gilgit city. Atabad Lake. A lake that doesn't look real. Even when you're standing right in front of it, Atabad was born out of tragedy when a massive landslide occurred in 2010. The flow of Hunza River was blocked, and the now famous lake was created in its wake. Its bright blue turquoise waters makes it one of the most beautiful places in Pakistan. Eagle Nest. Want to see one of the most epic sunsets in the Hunza Valley? Head to Eagle's Nest around golden hour. The name comes from an upscale hotel or restaurant nearby, but you can drive up it to the viewpoint without going there. Yurkhun Valley. Though it's relatively unheard of and forbidden compared to Pakistan's most famous tourist spots, I think Yarhoun Valley was the most beautiful place I visited in the country. Located in the upper Chitral district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Yarhoun dazzles with its small mountain ranges and untouched villages. Reaching the valley, which stretches for more many kilometers past the administrative town of Mastuj, requires a bit of effort if you don't have your own vehicle. If you do have one, though, the ride isn't too bad. Just prepare for mostly dirt roads. The side valley of Ghazin is most definitely worth a detour if you make it all the way to Yarhoun. Here you can see the mountains of the Toi Pass, a high altitude pass that connects Upper Chitral with Yasin Valley in Gilgit Baltistan. Pandar Lake. Pandar Lake, located in Pandar village, is almost too good to be true. The, the teal-colored lake sits slightly among light green trees befitting a landscape painting. Despite being insanely beautiful, Pandar Lake doesn't see anything as close to the number of tourists as the more popular Atabad Lake does. During the 4 days I spent in Fender a relaxing lakeside, I didn't encounter any other tourists. If you do visit, I highly recommend you to stay at the Lake Inn, which is short walk away from the charges and 1000 rupees per night. There's also an expensive PTDC of 500,000.